Hello my dear students of SMA Masai Kudus. On this video, we are going to learn some topic which is called recount text, which focuses more on biography. We'll find out many things about this kind of text, okay? Before I start the lesson, I'd like to ask you about how you are, your condition is, and I hope everyone is fine. I hope everything is fine. And I also like to remind you to keep praying for our country, Indonesia, so that everything will be normal again and we can meet face to face as usual. Now, this unit we are going to learn about recount text, which is related to KD 3.5 dan KD 4.5. KD 3.5 says kita akan bisa membedakan fungsi sosial, struktur tes, dan unsur kebahasaan teks recount dalam bentuk biografi terkait dengan tokoh terkenal. While KD 4.5.1 kita bisa menangkap makna secara kontekstual terkait dengan fungsi sosial, struktur tes, dan unsur kebahasaan teks recount dalam bentuk biografi terkait tokoh terkenal. Dan KD 4.5.2 kita akan bisa menyusun teks recount dalam bentuk biografi terkait dengan tokoh terkenal. Ready to learn? Okay. To start the lesson, I have a question for you. What is a biographical recount? Is that the same as biography? Yes, good. So it is the same as biography because it can be called biography. And it is included in recount text because, okay, good, it talks about past events and it is written in chronological order, good, or according to the time. So, biographical recount talks about a series of events which make up a person's life. Good job. And then what is the social function of this such kind of text? Yes, to inform, good, to inform the readers or listeners by retelling past achievements. Good, achievements here means prestasi in a person's life. And here I have a picture for you and find out who he is later, okay? Let's talk further about this such kind of text, which is biographical recount. You should know the generic structure, and I believe you know it already because it is the same as recount text. The first paragraph we have orientation. Good is a kind of paragraph pembuka, right? And then of course you have events. Remember, the events must be written in chronological order. And then the closing paragraph is called reorientation. Good. And then if you talk about recount text, you should also know the language features. Remember, recount text talk about past events. So the tenses that we must use are simple past. Okay, something about past. Simple past, good. And then what else? What is another possibility? Past continuous tense. And then you can also use past perfect tense. I want you to find out the differences between the three tenses there by yourselves. Okay? Okay, let's start learning. On these slides, I'd like to give you an example of a biographical recount which entitles Louis Pasteur. What I want you to do is you just follow me and try to understand the text because I'd like to give you some questions after this. Now, let me start and please follow me. The first paragraph, which becomes the orientation, says Louis Pasteur was born in Dole, France on December 27, 1822. He was a French chemist and microbiologist who was one of the most important founders of medical microbiology. He was the one who developed vaccines against anthrax and rabies. The second paragraph, which becomes the first events. Louis was from a poor family. His early education was an average student who enjoyed art and singing. However, when Louis was exposed to science as a teenager, he knew he had found his calling. In 1838, Louis went to college to become a science teacher. He earned degrees in mathematics, physics, and chemistry. He then became a chemistry professor at the University of Strasbourg. In 1849, Louis got married with Marie Laurent. They have 5 children, but 3 of them died young from typhoid fever. It was the reasons which led Louis to investigate infectious diseases in order to find a cure. The next event, while in Strasbourg, Louis began studying fermentation. By careful experimentation, he discovered that the infecting microbes could be killed by controlled heating of the vinegar to 50 until 60 degrees Celsius and then rapidly cooling. Today, the process is known as pasteurization. The next event happening in Louis Pasteur was that in 1882, Louis turned his attention to the problem of rabies. Then on July 6, 1885, an emergency forced Louis to act. A 9-year-old Joseph Meister was certain to develop rabies and die horribly unless Louis treated him successfully. His vaccinations proved successful and Joseph Meister made a complete recovery. Amazing, wasn't it? Louis kept working, and here is another event on his life. In 1895, while still working part-time in his lab, Louis suffered the first of final series of strokes. He died on September 28, 1895. His last words were, "One must work, one must work. I have done what I could." And here is the last paragraph, which is called reorientation on this biographical recount. Louis Pasteur revolutionized chemistry and biology with his discovery of mirror image in organic molecules, then founded microbiology with his work on fermentation, his discovery of anaerobic bacteria, and his establishment of the germ theory of disease. The process of pasteurization is still in use worldwide today, and countless millions of people alive today owe their lives to his discoveries. The first assignment that I want you to do is I want you to find the Indonesian meaning of some words that are listed here. You have chemist, founder, exposed, earn, infectious, cure, vinegar, recovery, revolutionized, and owe. After you find the meaning, I want you to make sentences based on the words. So it is free, but it can be related to Louis Pasteur life or it can be anything else. Okay? Here are the questions that you have to answer. I want you to send that to me by typing and then send it to me via Google Classroom. The first question, what do you know about Louis Pasteur? Number 2, why did Louis study at the college? Number 3, what was Louis' reason to investigate infectious diseases in order to find a cure? Number 4, when was Louis' vaccinations proved successful? Number 5, what caused Louis' death? And then here is the second assignment. If you see slide 3, 4, and 5, I've given you 3 famous people. I'd like you to choose the person that you like, and then I want you to make a biographical recount about that person. So, the assignment is, buatlah teks recount biografi dari orang yang kamu pilih, slide 3, 4, dan 5. Kemudian, and then send the recount text by typing again and send it to me in my Google Classroom. And then the last assignment, I want you to make a PowerPoint based on the recount text that you will compose. So it means, setelah kalian membuat teks recount tentang orang terkenal tadi, buatlah PowerPoint tentang teks recount tersebut. And send all the assignments on my Google Classroom according to the deadline that I will tell you later. Okay? We have finished talking about biographical recount, and I've already given you the assignments that you have to do. Enjoy doing all the assignments and do it on time because all will be for your own goodness. Stay at home, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep praying for everything. And God bless you all.